In a world obsessed with quick answers and superficial displays, some minds operate on a different frequency. They see connections others miss, find patterns in chaos, and often, their brilliance goes entirely unnoticed. Are you one of them? Forget the traditional tests and outdated metrics. Psychology reveals that true intelligence isn't just about accumulated knowledge, but how your mind processes the world, how you perceive threat, and how you navigate the complexities of life. Today, we perform a deep dive into 5 subtle, often overlooked signs that you possess a much higher IQ than you might ever realize. Sign number 1. You engage in complex internal dialogues. No, not just muttering under your breath. Highly intelligent individuals rarely rely on external input to organize their thoughts. Instead, they engage in rich, multi-layered conversations within their own minds. It's a powerful tool for constant self-reflection, meticulous problem-solving, and organizing vast amounts of information that would overwhelm the average person. Your inner voice isn't a sign of madness. It's the indicator of a powerful, bustling supercomputer at work. This constant internal processing allows you to run mental simulations, test potential outcomes, and anticipate consequences long before you take a single action in the real world. Researchers at the University of Michigan have linked this complex internal monologue to higher levels of working memory and executive function. You are essentially running multiple high-speed diagnostic programs simultaneously. This cognitive horsepower explains why you may appear thoughtful or quiet in a group. You are too busy hosting a high-stakes internal debate to participate in trivial small talk. Furthermore, the depth of this internal dialogue allows you to see problems from multiple perspectives simultaneously. When faced with a complex ethical dilemma or a difficult organizational decision, the highly intelligent mind can instantly host a sophisticated debate between various potential outcomes, often leading to rapid, elegant solutions that appear intuitive to the outside observer. This constant internal modeling and self-correction drastically reduces real-world errors and eliminates the need for external validation. This rich inner life is the fuel for profound creativity and reliable systemic thinking. Sign number 2, you're a night owl. Studies consistently link higher intelligence to a preference for later bedtimes and wake-up times. Think about the evolutionary context. Humans are biologically programmed to be active during daylight. Therefore, defying this natural ancestral pattern to become productive and alert at night is viewed by many researchers as a novel evolutionary adaptation, a sign of a more complex mind pushing beyond basic biological norms. The quiet of the night offers an undisturbed canvas for deep thought, creativity, and focused work. It is a period completely free from the noise, distractions, and sudden demands of the day, allowing the mind to achieve a deep, sustained flow state. Historically, many of the world's most inventive individuals, from writers like Franz Kafka to thinkers like René Descartes, utilized the silence of the night to unlock their greatest philosophical and scientific insights. For the intelligent mind, the late hours are not for rest. They are reserved for reflection, deep study, and creative expansion. This preference for late hours often correlates strongly with greater autonomy and flexibility. You are functioning optimally outside the rigid schedule imposed by society, indicating a greater level of personal self-mastery and a rejection of arbitrary convention. If you feel your most mentally sharp and inspired when the world around you is asleep, it is strong evidence of your intelligence thriving in the necessary solitude and seeking optimal conditions for complex, deep-level cognitive processing. Sign number 3. You constantly question everything. Intelligent individuals are fundamentally unsatisfied with superficial answers. They don't just learn facts. They delve deeper, challenging assumptions, questioning authority, and relentlessly seeking underlying truths. This isn't simple defiance. It's a relentless pursuit of knowledge, a refusal to accept information at face value without rigorous personal evaluation. They possess an insatiable, consuming curiosity that drives them to dissect problems until the root cause is exposed. This skepticism often stems from a profound and healthy awareness of the Dunning-Kruger effect. You understand, perhaps unconsciously, that less intelligent or less informed people tend to wildly overestimate their knowledge. Your intelligence, conversely, grants you the intellectual humility to understand the vastness of what you don't know. This deep realization fuels a persistent skepticism, especially toward popular opinions or institutions that lack verifiable empirical data. You see the fatal flaws in circular logic and are intellectually driven to expose the core weakness in flawed arguments. This rigorous, critical thinking extends crucially to self-awareness. You constantly question your own biases, your own foundational beliefs, and perpetually seek to refine your understanding of the world itself. The ability to challenge one's own deeply held convictions is arguably the highest form of intelligence. You see the nuanced gray areas where others only see simplifying black and white. It's an intellectual humility that paradoxically leads to the deepest insights and provides a shield against confirmation bias. This constant evaluation of evidence and self-correction is the undisputed hallmark of true intellectual agility and high-level reasoning. Sign number 4. You genuinely enjoy being alone. While not exclusive to high IQ, intelligent individuals often report a significantly lower need for constant social interaction and group activity. For them, solitude is not loneliness. It is a resource, a fertile, necessary ground for reflection, creativity, and sustained intellectual recharging. They instinctively cherish the quiet space their mind requires to efficiently process its heavy cognitive load. This ability to find contentment and mental stimulation entirely within their own thoughts means they are far less reliant on external validation or continuous company to feel fulfilled. Research indicates that the high cognitive energy expenditure of the intelligent mind makes superficial social interaction less rewarding or even actively draining. They are highly selective about who they spend their limited time with, instinctively prioritizing meaningful, intellectually stimulating connection over simple, exhausting company. This preference is often mistaken for arrogance, but it is actually a sign of superior emotional intelligence, EQ, as they prioritize time for mental clarity and sophisticated emotional regulation. They thrive in their own complex mental universe, processing the world's overwhelming complexities with a serene, internal focus. This calculated preference for quiet isolation allows them to deeply consolidate complex information and develop elaborate ideas without external interruption. In our hyper-connected, noisy modern world, their instinctual ability to seek and sustain quiet isolation is perhaps the most necessary and overlooked superpower. Sign number 5. You possess high self-control. This isn't merely about resisting a small temptation, like a piece of chocolate. It's about the profound systemic ability to delay gratification, manage impulses, and consistently make rational decisions even when faced with significant emotional or environmental pressure. This powerful cognitive control is the clearest behavioral hallmark of strong executive function, the component of intelligence that separates effective thinkers from passive dreamers. The famous marshmallow test perfectly illustrates this principle. The ability to defer immediate satisfaction in anticipation of a larger, long-term reward is one of the most powerful predictors of future success across all socioeconomic demographics. This applied discipline is a true form of applied intelligence. It allows the highly intelligent person to ignore distractions, stick rigorously to demanding long-term goals, whether saving money, building a business, or mastering a complex skill, and avoid costly, impulsive emotional errors. From meticulously planning multi-year financial strategies to mastering the most complex skills in science or art, self-control is the foundational engine that translates raw intelligence into tangible, real-world achievement. It's the sheer discipline to learn, to endure discomfort, and to strategically evolve your capabilities over time. It shows a profound mastery over one's own fundamental impulses, making it the most visible and ultimately impactful sign of a truly high-functioning mind. Do any of these subtle signs resonate deeply with you? Remember, intelligence is multifaceted, and these are just a few nuanced indicators. If you found value in this deep dive, empower your mind further by exploring more of our content. Hit the like button, subscribe for more insights into the human mind, and share your thoughts in the comments below.